fans. For the first time in over 25 years, it's time to introduce your Knoxville Smokies.
Go Smokies! He had a 2.82 ERA with a 10.97 WHIP. However, his walk numbers were a little bit up, 2.8 per 9 innings, and a strikeout to walk ratio of 2.43. This is going to be Ibanaga's first start versus the Cardinals in 2025. In his last start against St. Louis in August last season, the Cardinals rallied off 4 runs and 10 hits in a 5-4 loss. Right now, he's shut out through, I believe, 5 innings. Can't see the scoreboard right now, but he's cruising right now through this game today.
Yeah, he's looking good, and obviously this is the highlight of the Cubs rotation. If he can get on a roll, he's going to be able to continue to lead them towards that postseason run that seems inevitable right now in an NL Central race that is being completely taken over by the Cubs. So with that, we'll go ahead and bring it back to our Smokies, the AA affiliate of the Chicago Cubs, and we'll go ahead and give you our lineups for today's game, as we've got Game 3 between the Birmingham Barons and the Knoxville Smokies coming up at 7 o'clock first pitch at Covenant Health Park. So with that, Phil, why don't you break down the Smokies starting 9 today?
Yeah, so like we said earlier, Jalen Palmer's in the leadoff spot tonight, playing right field. Pedro Ramirez locking down that number 2 hole, playing second base today. Brett Bateman's going to be in the 3 hole, playing center field. B.J. Murray, your cleanup batter, playing third. Pablo Aliendo will be DHing today in the 5 hole. Rayvaj Garcia behind him, playing shortstop tonight. Felix Stevens is going to be at first base. Jordan Wogu will be in left, and rounding out the order will be Casey Opitz behind the dish with Antonio Santos on the mound for the Smokies tonight.
Yep, I like the starting 9. Lance Rimel's switching it up, and now we'll go ahead and flip it over to the opposing Birmingham Barons and how they're lining it up tonight in Game 3. Up at the top of the lineup, it'll be Riku Nishida. He's been solidified up there at the top of the order for the Barons. He'll be in right field today. Caden Connor, the left-handed first baseman, bats second. Ryan Galaney's doing the DHing tonight. He's in the 3 spot. Jacob Gonzalez back into the lineup after a day off yesterday. He's going to be at shortstop. DJ Gladney bats 5th in left field. Mario Camilletti bats 6th at second base. And then 7-8-9 for the Barons is Jacob Burke in center, Colby Smelly at catcher, and Jason Matthews at third base, with Jake Polish, the lefty, on the mound for him here tonight. And now that we've kind of set the stage, we've gone through our featured batters, our whole lineups, what the starting pitching matchup is going to be. We've got a big one here today. Santos making his second start against Birmingham. Polish seeing the Smokies again. And now let's go ahead and get into our keys to the game. And with that, Phil, I'll go ahead and lead this one off, because my key to the game is really going to be getting contributions from the catchers. We just broke down the lineup. We've got Pablo Aliendo and Casey Opitz in the lineup tonight. Aliendo's doing the DHing. Opitz does the catching for Antonio Santos. I'm really looking at these guys out of the 5 and 9 holes to do some damage against this Barons lineup. If we can get contributions from both of these catchers here today, it's going to be a good day for the Smokies. And with that, Phil, go ahead and get us into our second key to the game. The Smokies are looking to pepper Jake Polish here today.
Yeah, I think it's going to be important to get on him early. Just be able to come out, give Santos some run support, especially being in and out of that rotation. Giving him some run support will be very important to keep the flow of the offense from last night. Score early, score often. Give the bullpen some room to work with. I know they've been struggling a little bit lately, but I think getting them some runs will be very important in getting Polish out of this game, because he is an effective pitcher and has been effective against the Smokies before.
Yeah, the Smokies are just looking to do to Polish what the Barons did to the Smokies last night. They put up 16 hits on Knoxville. All of them were singles, so peppering the ball around the yard, not trying to do too much with the approach at the plate, and getting on base and racking up the hits and the runs. So Smokies going to look to give the Barons a little bit of a piece of their own medicine. And now that we've set the stage for that game, let's go ahead and talk about our upcoming promotions. Of course, tonight on Thursday, always Thirsties Thursday at the ballpark, half price off draft beers all night long, one of my favorite promotions that we do, and it's consistent, so you can always bank on Thursdays being a great day. And then Friday, we have a big promotion coming up. Phil, why don't you break it down for us?
Yeah, Friday is going to be medieval night at the ballpark. We're going to have some live music by the Crossjacks as you enter the ballpark. You get some photos with some knights, some royals, and some peasants.
Whoa.
Before and after the game, we'll have live night fighting and dueling.
Night fighting.
By the Dauntless Armored Combat in the plaza. So be sure to get there for that, because that will be electric. There's going to be some medieval antics throughout the stadium, so just come in, have a good time, enjoy some medieval action at the ballpark.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. And then following it up, another one of the biggest promotions we've got lined up for the rest of the season. It's a friendship bracelet giveaway, but that's not really the highlight. That's just the giveaway. It's actually Smokies version night. So this is a play on Taylor Swift's version of all her different albums and how she's been able to recreate them. They're going to have DJ Swifty in the ballpark. So there's going to be Taylor Swift mixes going on all throughout the game. I'm not sure where he's going to be setting up. I would be assuming he's probably going to be down by the Modelo watering hole in right field. So make sure if you're at the game on Saturday for Smokies version night, get your friendship bracelet and then go ahead and find DJ Swifty wherever he's set up. He or she, I'm not even sure where they're set up around the park. And with that, Sunday is another big highlight day. Phil, who's coming to Smoky Stadium?
We got Blippi coming to the stadium.
Woo!
Let's go. Sunday night Blippi. The world-renowned Blippi is coming to Covenant Health Park.
World-renowned.
Yes, sir. Younger fans are going to love to meet and greet their favorite cheerful and energetic pal Blippi. So be sure, come in and meet Blippi at the ballpark Sunday for the game.
Yep, it's going to be a good one. That's kind of all we have for our live pilot pregame show today. Thank you again to our models, Luke and Phil, and can't forget Richie Giuliano over there rocking his stuff. He's still checking out the store. He's figuring out what kind of Smokies merch he wants to rep to the game tonight. And folks, it's a 7 o'clock first pitch start, so thank you to everyone who was tuning in on the scoreboard. And with that, we'll go ahead and leave you with a Go Smokies. Philip Stalzer, Connor Nelson signing out for our pilot pregame show. It'll be Mick Gillespie and Richie Giuliano on the call with you for the 7 o'clock first pitch start. It's Barons versus Smokies coming up right after this.
Fans, for the first time in over 25 years, it's time to introduce your Knoxville Smokies.
Go Smokies! Woo!